So how do you feel now that you are a Pro Panja League champion?
Man, it feels so great. You have no idea. The thing was, right, I have taken a break from like competing in India or nationals. The thing was, I've only competed only once. That was in 2015 for Indian nationals. And then I'm back after like how many years? Like 6, 7 years. And it feels so good, to be part of, like being called as an Indian champion or something. That feels so great. Feels really good. The thing is, I was so worried that people, will start forgetting me, like as like India, like like okay, if there is a guy like that, I didn't want to be known as like as the white champion or something. I wanted to be called as an Indian champion, right? So it feels really good. It feels really really great.
So you made a comeback after so long time. Were you worried there will be some rust inside you?
The thing was, right? I mean, I was not that motivated. The thing was, I was mostly into my studies, and the thing was, I was again going to study, and then suddenly the match with Coach Ray came up, and then that kind of struck me. Okay, I was like, okay, I have to do this. This is what I love. I don't want to go back behind the books right now. So I was like, okay, I have to, I have to come back and be in this sport. This is what makes me happy.
So what did you make of that? So what do you make of the atmosphere at the Gwalior Fort?
Man, you have no idea. The fort, it looked really amazing. You have no idea. I mean, the view. The thing was, I came like a vacation. It was not like a competition there. It was like it feels really good. I mean, the view was great. I mean, it's the first time I think in the history. I mean, to be, to have that kind of, a location. Like fort there. I mean, it felt really good. I mean, that kind of sparked, or gave that hype or that energy, to compete. And the speech by the bus, sir, and it was really good. I mean, the combination, it was really good. Like a cherry on the top. Like it gave a lot of energy, like an extra energy. I have no idea I would scream like that on stage or something. I mean, it was all the stage and everything. The setup, everything was really good. Yeah. I normally when I go for competitions, I always smile and keep calm, and that atmosphere, it gave like a hype. The energy was so good.
So you have competed at numerous national and international tournaments. Where would you rank the finals in your list of all the championship you have participated in?
Like I mentioned, I have, for example, I have competed nationals for India only once. And then I have done for UAE and Bahrain and all those things. And our country, I mean, we have pretty good players, and it's really good. A lot of potential players are there. I mean, it feels they're really good. Like we still have to, and there are a lot of potential. Like they will improve and will be like like a world-class players there. They'll be.
How was the reception back home? In Kerala after you became Pro Panja League champion.
The thing was, I didn't go to my home right after the match. I went to Bangalore and with my friends, but the way they saw me, like it was like a star or something. It felt really good. It was, and the way the media coverage us like a star. It was really good. I mean, I've never got that kind of. Receipt like we had from my friends, my family. Everybody was excited. Everybody was resharing things, and it was pretty good. It felt really great.
So while you easily breezed through the entire weight division, but what would you say was the toughest match for you?
The toughest match. The thing was, I've told, right, being in Dubai, I've got a pretty high benchmark, and my training was so good. Like I still I haven't reached up to my potential. I'm still improving, but I was pretty comfortable. But maybe because of the training, I was actually feeling comfortable when I was competing. But the thing was, we have pretty good players with good potential. Maybe they will be motivated right now, to beat me, right? I mean, yeah.
So you mentioned to me at the event that you had a surgery in your hand. So going into the event, were you worried even a little bit? Oh, come on, what happens if somebody presses
the
it?
thing was, I was concerned that people will notice because there's a lump now on my thumb. So it's not a surgery, I would say, but the thing was a glass pierced into my thumb, and I had to do like 5 stitches. It was like 3 weeks before the tournament, and I was pretty worried this will heal 3-4 weeks before the tournament. And doctor said it will be very difficult for you to compete, because they will, if they squeeze, you will have pain and it will be a problem. And the stitch might get, it will be a problem. You'll have a pain. So I was kind of worried if somebody notices and squeeze my hand there, so that I was pretty worried. So I was, keeping my calm, and I was keeping cool, and I didn't let anybody notice that, I had a pain there, and I was just flashing everyone so that, nobody get time to, kind of thing. I wanted to have a fun match, but the thing was, I was worried, so I was just flashing everyone, so that nobody will notice that I have a pain or something. It was, but now I'm getting better, and I'll be better now when the next time I come for the competition.
Like the way you are mentioning that you are just flashing everyone, like you had no competition out there in the league itself.
Yeah, it's basically my style. My style of competing is like I flash people, and I don't give room to think for the opponent. It's that kind of style I have. But I am, trying to improve. I mean, the flash one. I mean, I'll be better. You will see. I mean, the coming competition. I'll be.
Yeah. So during the media day, Monster Michael Todd said that he was asked by the media if he would like to take on anyone in the league, and he mentioned your name. So I just wanted to ask you, if a potential match between you and Monster happens, how do you think that would go?
There is a funny story behind that. We had a practice session, me and Michael Todd, and there was like table about to fall off, and it was pretty good. I mean, it was like 1 year back, and then my shoulder got injured after playing with him. It was pretty rough. I tried my entire, because I was not trained like now, but I wanted to see. I wanted that match to, not a match. I mean, I wanted to practice with him after, like now, to see where I stand after a year. Because after that I have started training like very seriously. So I wanted to see like how where I am at. How I'll pull him. And the thing is, I shook his hand, and his hand felt different as well. Like he has changed his hand, his grip, everything has changed. So I wanted to see how I do. I mean, how I do with them. I wanted to see that, but I don't know what happened. But everyone got busy. But I don't know what happened. Maybe soon we'll have a practice with him.
Yeah. So recently, Coach Resh said that he wants to have a rematch with you, but only if it's in the 90 kg category.
So because I am chasing him, because for him he doesn't need a rematch. It's me who needs. The thing was, he is the one who put the spark in me. It's like, okay, I have to train. The thing was, I competed with Coach Ray with very, very less training, because I hardly go to gym. And because of Larry, every week we train, because Larry is the one who put everyone together. So I just do those kind of practice sessions. I never trained seriously, and suddenly I got an offer saying that, okay, you can compete with Coach Ray. I was like, okay, I accepted it. The thing was, after that match, I knew that I had a lot of potential, and if I train good, I'll come on top at least. I'll put a mark there. Yeah. So that's the reason I wanted to, I wanted that match really bad. But the thing was, going to 90, I don't know if it is practical for me. I'm right now 108, 109 kg. Going to 90 is not that practical. If I reduce that bit of weight, I don't know how my strength will go. Yeah. Maybe what I can do max is I can come to 100 and compete with him. And if he can increase a bit more weight, it will be much better. I'm 6'2". Going to 90 will be like very, very difficult.
Yeah.
It will be not. I look very thin.
So would a match at 100 kilo interest you?
Yes. I badly wanted that match to happen, to get my image back, and I badly want it. I mean, I've been chasing him for a lot, like for the past few months, I've been chasing him. Please give me a rematch. And I think his weight is 90. I don't know if he can come up to 100 and compete. So me, like very hard.
So Coach Reyes versus Mazahir Saidu at Pro Panja League at 100 kilograms. Coach Reyes, you need to accept this match. Please, we want that match in India.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if he can accept it, it will be a good match. I mean, that I'm really looking forward for it.
Mazahir, I also wanted to ask you, you have been pulling some of the best arm wrestlers in Dubai. Would you say that competing at such a high level or practicing at such a high level has been very much beneficial for you?
That's what I mean. Because of them, my kind of benchmark is at a higher level. For me, I always wanted to be like them. Like I train to be like them, and the strength level, I know how much is the strength level, and I know how much I have to improve, and that's the reason I keep training every day, because I know I have not reached up to that potential. So because of them, I always keep my standards higher, so that I'll be better, I'll be the best.
Yeah.
But that's the reason I was comfortable at the nationals as well, because I was training like hard to be like them. It has benefited a lot. I mean, it was really good.
So I would like to know your thoughts on Devon Larratt versus Levan Saginashvili. We also how the match went. Did you visualize the match going the way it did, or did you think
it happened like it was expected? But I was slightly, because Devon is a warrior, he's a fighter. I mean, he does anything to to surprise us. I was expecting some kind of miracle to happen, but it went as expected. Levan's level is too higher. His strength level is too high. I mean, it's very difficult for someone to match right at this point.
At this point in time, do you see visualizing anyone beating Levan Saginashvili?
At this point of time, I really don't think so, because the level he's at, I mean, he has put a new benchmark of strength, for arm wrestling, and now everybody wants to be like him, at Levan's level. Right now, I don't think anybody is up to his level. The thing was, our sport is all about surprises. I mean, if you consider India, like nobody knew I would come and be the heavyweight champion or something. Similarly, I mean, I'm expecting some kind of miracle. And recently in Russia, there was a match between Vitaly Lalitin and Dimitri Sailev, and it was. And I didn't know who was Sailev. I mean, it was like pretty surprised, I mean, I expect some kind of miracle to happen, like to match the one strength. Thing was, right now there is no known guys who is up to his level, but we can expect some miracles to happen. I mean, that makes our sport more interesting. Right now it's Levan and then everybody else. It's like his level is too high, and then it's everybody else. I hope somebody who comes and trains and at least match his strength.
So I'd like to your message for aspiring arm wrestlers out there in India who want to reach the level you have reached. What do they need to do? How should they focus?
The thing is, they have to keep trying. I don't know if maybe I have kind of motivated a few of the players to beat me. I'm not sure, but they have to keep training and be serious. It's and Pro Panja League has. Will give a future for the sport and the players. I'm pretty sure about that. So we have to keep we have to match our standards a bit higher. We'll have to keep training and this is a good platform that PPL has given us. So we'll work hard and we will grow together. And I'm sure that we will keep our Indians in the world arm wrestling, as a mark. As like we are good guys and we are good players, and we'll have that kind of image very soon.
So Mazahir, I would like to thank you for giving us your time. Thank you so much for agreeing to this interview.
It's my pleasure, buddy. I mean,
you are extremely busy man, so thank you for taking your time.
Yeah. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you so much.